feel like I've accomplished something from that. I think one of them would be a bizarre event, basically, where I went to a knife crime event and I noticed the judge who was sitting, in the court at the Old Bailey. He seemed to be staring at me, but I couldn't recognise who he was because obviously it was out of hours event where they had a knife crime convention where kids were brought in from the local Peru centre, and all the kids who were there basically were, on the verge of it. They had a parent talking about her son being murdered, how horrendous that was. You had a senior barrister talking about her hardships she'd had in life, and now as a top murder QC talking about what was so wrong. You'd had someone who was part of a gang and they were talking about basically why the whole gang thing was terrible. And it was a great event, but then the judge he kept on looking at me, and I was like, why does this guy keep looking? It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And then at the end of the event, they turned around, I won't say his name, it said, we'd like to thank Judge blah, blah. And he was one that sentenced to 15 years in prison.
Right.
And I was like, wow. And I thought, what do I do? This is a really different, unique situation.
Yeah.
And I thought, I've got to speak to him. I've got to do something. So I waited until they left the public gallery where the kids were all sitting.